The world is advancing fast, with the latest discoveries changing the landscape for how the world operates. South Africa says the commitments made at the G20 science meeting are encouraging.
We are going to be developing a pan-African genome strategy. Because right now, there is a challenge around genetics, the data. Particularly, it's not easy to detect, darker skin women. And yet, drug treatments that get offered, sometimes they're not based or not because of the lack of the relevant information about black people.
South Africa says it's happy with the commitments made by G20 countries concerning science. A G20 ministerial meeting took place at Carnarvon in the Northern Cape recently. Some 400 delegates, including science ministers, policymakers and industry leaders from G20 countries, form part of the meeting. The SKA being built in the Northern Cape's Karoo was the backdrop to the meeting, with the Square Kilometre Array organisation hoping to attract more member nations and funding.
We've definitely got enough interest that we might have our own G20, maybe we'll call it our S20, and I think that would be a really nice ambition for us to have before we go to full operations in 2030. And an ambitious project like this means that funding it at the scale that is needed is always going to be a challenge. But I think that what we really are refining now is why it's so important.
The SKA MIT, being constructed here in Carnarvon, was initially scheduled to be completed in 2028. That date has now been extended to 2030. Scientists here say they are confident that they will make that deadline and deliver the most powerful, sensitive telescope in the world. There's also some good news regarding the SKA Low being built in Western Australia.
Things are about a year ahead in Australia. We have 12,000 of the antennas erected now. Each antenna is about a 2-meter tall Christmas tree. And we have 1,000 of them connected powered up and connected to our systems, and we've made the very first image, which we published in March of this year.
Meanwhile, astronomers are concerned about sky pollution with the increasing number of communication satellites. They're hoping to get voluntary regulations to keep these to a minimum, as it will hamper the study of the skies, even with increasingly powerful telescopes.
If you pollute the night sky, if it is no longer dark, you lose these faint sources. And it is precisely to study and detect them that these big infrastructures have been built. So what we achieve with this is that we do not get the full potential of these big telescopes if we don't pay attention at keeping the sky dark and quiet.
South Africa's entry into the space race also received some attention. A radio telescope constructed by the South African Radio Astronomy Observatory, SARAO, will be placed on the Moon in the next few years to explore areas in space that conventional radio telescopes cannot reach. Ulrich Hendricks, SABC News, near Carnarvon, Northern Cape.
SABC, host broadcaster of the G20 South Africa 2025.